Galera massa, Vaguinho Xbox na veia, tô entrando aqui com muito amor, com muito carinho. Agradecer em primeiro lugar a Deus. Obrigado, meu Deus, obrigado, Senhor Jesus. Minha saúde, pela saúde da minha família. Obrigado, galera massa, pelo apoio que vocês estão me dando. A galera aí da Twitch. A galera da Trovo, obrigado, fundo do coração. Que Deus abençoe vocês aí, tudinho. Vai ter o evento aqui da Microsoft, do Xbox, o Inside Xbox. Gente, lembrando, não é jogo de peso que vai rolar, certo? Não é jogos de peso, entendeu? É jogos indie, entendeu? Jogos indie. Beleza? Conto com a presença de vocês aí pra gente. E aí, Zona Game, tudo bom, meu irmão? Cara, deixa eu ver aqui. Deixa eu começar, gente. Tá começando já.
Agora vai, agora vai.
Um abraço pra galera massa aí, certo? Que curte o meu trabalho. Obrigado, fundo do coração. Eu sei, ô Yes. Eu sei, meu filho. Eu sei, meu irmão. Eu sei, Yes. Deixa eu tirar o áudio, porque... para não dar rolo, né? Um abraço pra tu, Yes. Galera, massa, lembrando, esse evento, certo? Esse evento, ele é jogos indie, certo? E eu curto muito jogos indie, né? Espero também que vocês gostem também, né? Lembrando, não é jogos de peso, não é jogos AAA, jogos AA, entendeu, gente? É jogos indie. Um abração, um beijão pra galera. Tô tentando me organizar, tô me adaptando ainda, entendeu, gente? Tô tentando trazer notícias pra vocês, certo? Hoje eu fiz de tudo pra trazer notícias pela manhã, não consegui. Tô sendo sincero com vocês, certo? Não consegui. A tua é top, ô Yes. Se inscreve lá, ô Yes. Ah, tu já é inscrito já. Massa, ô Yes. Massa, meu irmão. Massa, cara. Massa mesmo. Não, a turma lá da tua realmente ela abraça, ô Yes. Realmente ela abraça a galera que faz conteúdo, né? A turma abraça, né? Tirei o som, gente, certo? Porque assim eu tentei entrar no site oficial do Xbox. Eu não consegui. Ô Yes, meu irmão, faz um favor pra mim, ô Yes. Tem como tu pegar esse site oficial aí da Microsoft e mandar no meu privado? Que eu não tô. O site aqui não tá. Eu não tô conseguindo abrir, ô Yes. Bem-vindo, Célio. Tudo bom, meu querido? Rapaz, vai ter Insider do Xbox, né? Vai mostrar jogos indie, né, bicho? Aí os jogos o site oficial da Xbox, eu não tô conseguindo entrar, sabe? Eu não tô conseguindo entrar. Vou tentar de novo aqui agora. Eu não tô conseguindo entrar, bicho. Eu não tô conseguindo entrar. Ô, Yes, manda no privado, ô, Yes, pra mim, por favor, Yes. É no Zap? Tu é fogo, cara. Porra, Yes, valeu, bicho. Tu é foda, cara. Não consigo não abrir, não. Nem a molesta. Não consigo não, bicho. Vai aqui mesmo, bicho. É o jeito. Vai aqui mesmo. É o jeito. 15 segundos, não dá pra fazer nada mais não. Espero, né, que a galera não dê um strike em mim, né? Sei lá. Valeu, Yes. Obrigado, meu filho.
What's good, and welcome everybody to the ID at Xbox Showcase. I'm Andrea Renee from What's Good Games, joined by Adrian. What's good, man?
You know, there's no better place to be than right here with you, talking about video games, specifically indie games. This is exactly what's good.
I'm so excited to be back hosting for this showcase specifically. I had such a fun time back at the Winter Gathering, looking at a bunch of indie games back then, and now we have even more exclusive trailers, dev interviews, all kinds of stuff. On today's show, we're going to be celebrating, as Adrian said, indie Xbox games, and it's just going to be, I think, a really fun, jam-packed couple of hours.
Yeah, and people are already in a good mood. You see down there people in the chat.
Galera, lembrando que esse evento é jogos indie, né, gente? Pelo amor de Deus, né? Mas tem muitos jogos indie foda, entendeu? Tem muitos jogos indie aí que quebra muitos jogos.
Look at that. Woo indie game hype the entire time. That's exactly
Triple
what
A.
you see right there. And Twitch chat, just a reminder, we can see everything you're typing, so if you wouldn't type it to someone that you care about, don't type it here. But it's about indie games, so it's nothing but love the entire time. And hey, throughout the day, we'll be dropping exclusive new game trailers and let you know what games are coming to Game Pass. When will we tell you about a game dropping on Game Pass? It's a very good question, right? So we'll put a timer. Timer about, let's say, in 8 minutes or so. And then when we do that, we'll be revealing a surprise announcement, okay? Wow, it's already 7 minutes and 49 seconds. That's how quickly it happens, okay?
So specific.
Well, you know,
Caramba, parece que vai ser revelado jogos novos pra Game Pass, gente.
Be late for the timer. But chat, as Adrian mentioned, we love that you guys are involved here on Twitch Gaming. You guys hear us say it all the time that you guys are a big part of the show. So keep the comments and the emotes coming. We love to see them. And we apparently are on a countdown.
Yeah, we're on a countdown the entire time, and want to make sure that everyone knows we see the countdown, and it just means good games are coming your way. And you want to make sure everybody knows this is a co-streamable event. If you don't know what that means, it means doesn't matter if you're partner, affiliate, whatever you want to be. It means you can take the URL above. That's the Twitch Gaming URL. You can go into OBS. You can go into XSplit, open up a browser source, paste it there, and then add the co-streaming tag to your stream. And you can sit back and watch with your own channel and do everything we're doing right now with your own peeps.
Heck yes, and
nice.
I know that the folks over at G4 TV mentioned that they are co-streaming, so shout out to you guys. What's good? But let's go ahead and kick things off, shall we? So throughout today's show, the ID at Xbox / Twitch Gaming Indie Game Showcase, as we mentioned, we will be airing new game trailers for the very first time. So new, in fact, that even we haven't seen the trailers yet. So normally during rehearsal, they show us the trailers. Not this time. It's going to be all surprises for everybody. So share your reactions in the chat with us because we're excited to hear what you guys have to say. And we hope that you are ready because let's go ahead and start off with some new trailers.
Bora ver o que é que vai sair aí, né, gente? Tá dando umas travadinhas, bicho. A Maria.
All this chaos. Brother against brother.
Não mexe.
I feel like I'm trapped on a path I can't change. We used to be mercenaries.
Cara, tá dando umas travadinhas monstruosas aí.
Será que
Called us criminals. So we became rebels. And now, a revolution. We didn't start this war.
Cara, tá dando umas travadinhas monstruosas, viu, cara? Ah, travou mesmo. Travou mesmo, feio.
Nothing will stop me.
Ai, bicho, que internet caiu.
I'm Emperor T-Pain. I'm going to teach you how to rule in Crusader Kings 3. This is a game of choices and building strong, healthy relationships. I'm going to rewrite history just by being fair and just, making peace with my neighbors, no matter their religion or culture, letting my kids marry for love, educating the masses, and lowering taxes. It's going to be a utopia. So first, let me see, I'll just, oh, okay. Well, that's new.
Cara, tá travando, eu pensei que era minha live, não. É, realmente é o site lá mesmo que tá travando, gente. Realmente tá dando umas travadinhas. Não é a live não, viu, gente?
We'll be back. You know what? Second step. Just marry off all your kids. Doesn't even matter if he's a troll. Just aim for very powerful and wealthy alliances. Nothing else matters. Third, find the shadiest slim in the land and have them start murdering all your neighbors. That's gonna trigger a succession crisis when all of them die. Imprison all the rebel families, hold them hostage if you had to. We're gonna take care of this one rebellion real quick, and then right back to peace, promise. Fourth, we're gonna need mercenaries to replenish our army. That just means raising taxes temporarily. We need to protect our borders. Those neighbors are looking pretty sus. We can build that university after we take this one neighbor, and then we're good. Oh, shit. Take control of history on March 29th with Xbox Game Pass.
Cara, eu cago pra jogos de RPG, cara. Não tô com paciência, não. E aí, Arthur? Tudo bom, meu querido? Bem-vindo, meu querido. Tudo bom? Galera, massa esse evento da Microsoft aí. Só vai mostrar jogos indie, viu? Revanzi, tudo bom, meu querido? Como é que tu estás? Valeu, Revanzi. A força, meu filho. Obrigado, meu querido. A força na trova aí. Valeu, meu filho. Tudo bom, Revanzi? Cara, tá travando demais, cara, aqui.
What the fuck, man? All right, there we go.
Tá travando muito, cara. E aí, Ítalo, tudo bom, meu querido?
Yo, I think it's the stream doing that. So let me see. Let me try a different one. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So it was IGN's fucking trash ass shit, not my fucking stream.
É, deu uma melhorada, né, bicho? Você viu os jogos da Gold? Ô, Arthur, vê só, Arthur, eu nunca mais... Cara, acho que faz meses que eu não baixo mais os jogos do Game Pass, cara. Os jogos do Games with Gold, cara. Faz muito tempo. Depois eu vou até dar uma sacada, bicho. Depois eu vou dar uma olhadinha nos jogos. Assim, quando eu me lembro em baixar, eu vou baixar só... Vai estar no Game Pass, né?
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Vai estar no Game
I
Pass.
fucking knew it, man. That game was gonna drop on fucking Game Pass, dude. I fucking knew it. That told you, Alex, that shit was gonna happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh-huh. Are you
Yeah.
just stunned at how
Eu só
much
gosto de baixar, Arthur,
Tunic is, or are
jogos
you
do
still
360, porque vai ficar sendo meu pra sempre.
Raised taxes after he said he was going to keep taxes low in his utopia.
See, all the above. When my homie said raise taxes temporarily for the Holy Booty Empire, and
Every politician says the same thing.
which means he's playing the game the right way. I'm sure his empire's going to do quite well. Tunic looked outstanding. It's been looking outstanding for years now, and the fact that it's just like so close, it's no more just watching trailers and we're going to play it. That's beyond great.
Yeah, it's awesome that it's finally out. It's out today, and it's coming to Xbox Game Pass today as well, which is an incredible value. As we mentioned at the top of the show, we're going to be talking about Games Pass a lot, and I saw a bunch of people in chat talking about how they love that Game Pass introduces them to games they might not have otherwise got to play or maybe even heard about. And there's a bunch of those in the showcase today, so keep your eyes peeled. But I do want to give T-Pain a shout out for that gold controller. I'm like, where can I get one of those?
He had the full royal kit right there. And like you said about Tunic game coming to Game Pass, true. And we're going to let you know actually when it's live for you to play, which is why you want to stay tuned. And later, good news.
Oh, shit.
We're going to check in with the streamer.
Tudo bom, meu irmão? Daqui a pouquinho a gente vai jogar um Fortnite, viu?
So if you couldn't get enough,
Beleza.
review someone else playing it, someone who loves retro style games,
Tá melhor, bicho?
retro aesthetic, perfect person.
Tô, vai melhorando, né?
Graças a Deus.
Absolutely. What did you think about the first trailer that we saw, Last Eidolons?
I thought it looked really good, and one of the things that I loved about it is that during one of those skirmishes, I saw the protagonist one-shot someone. Like, I was looking at the health bar, and I was waiting to see it kind of chop down one by one. He swung once, health evaporated. Anytime I can do that, I feel like a gamer god, and the opening cinematic style and the fighting...
Ô, Ítalo, pode aparecer, Ítalo. Pode aparecer, meu irmão.
Kime was his name.
Tu me avisa quando tu estiver por aqui, Ítalo. Desculpa que eu não vi. Vi agora, bicho, tua mensagem, bicho. Desculpa mesmo.
That is a deep cut reference. I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, we got to keep this show moving. We've got a jam-packed show today, and so we're going to go ahead and get our
Bem
first
pensado,
guest
Ítalo.
on.
Bem pensado.
You may know him as the director
Bem
and
pensado.
writer of
Bem
games
pensado,
that
bicho.
push the boundaries of interactive
Bem
narrative.
pensado.
With Silent Hill Shattered Memories, he created a classic game
Bem pensado,
that
bicho.
psychologically profiled its players, and in her story,
Eu tô escolhendo um jogo para o Battle Royale, sabe, Ítalo? Assim, um jogo que eu amo, bicho, é o PUBG. Mas o PUBG tem que ter uma galera. Lá vem mais jogos, lá vem mais jogos. Vamos dar uma sacada.
Of course. What?
Eu tô calado aqui, Valdemax, que eu tô prestando atenção aqui, viu?
Eu tô ligado. Tô assistindo também.
Marissa Marcel.
We get it right.
Com certeza, Yes.
Is she okay?
Okay. I'm in on that one because I love those types
Esse
of
jogo,
games.
Esse jogo é daquele quebra-cabeça que é filme, tá ligado? Tem um aqui, tava por, acho que R$19, eu acho. Cara, não tem paciência pra isso não, cara. Jogar jogo assim não, cara.
I'm good. I'm glad we just saw the trailer because I was totally thinking.
Galera massa, isso aí é o Insider de ID Xbox. Lembrando que vai ser muito difícil mostrar jogos AAA, entendeu?
Quando a gente olha no céu.
Ok, Roda Max?
Oh my God.
Ok, Roda Max?
Gamers don't really understand
Quando
what
a gente olha
FMV
no
is
chat,
because not a lot of games use it these days.
Quando a gente olha aqui pelo celular.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely a novelty value there. Like when I first saw her story.
Yeah, because I grew up on games that were FMVs and shit.
That game came out just being aware of how prevalent video
Quando a
was.
gente vê
Right?
aqui,
Like,
aí eu
when I
liguei
grew up,
aqui
if you
o
went to watch a
Xbox
video, you
aqui,
had
aí
to
tô
go
falando
get a video
contigo, tô assistindo ao mesmo tempo, tá ligado?
Yo, pause on that.
Now
Stick it in. What, sir? What did you just say?
Obrigado,
like
obrigado.
it's you know as accessible as
Tô vendo aí,
text or
Ítalo.
anything else would be.
É.
So that kind of was the spark for
Vê,
me,
Ítalo.
was thinking, like, what do you do with people
Eu jogo COD direto, COD Mobile tá muito bom.
something that's interactive and interesting. So I was kind of coming at it from a very different perspective.
Fiddle, how do you like it so
Vê
far?
só, Ítalo.
Is Xbox doomed or not?
I
mean, Tunic just got
Eu-
announced fucking coming to Game Pass, so I'm definitely playing that for sure.
Eu parei de jogar Call of Duty porque
This game
Call
here
of
that
Duty
they're talking
Warzone,
about right now fucking is like some
por
story
causa daquela
FMV
carreira
interactive game.
absurda,
I
entendeu?
grew up on that shit.
Aquela carreira não existe.
The first game they
Aquela
showed fucking looks okay too as well.
carreira. Já o Fortnite é mais controlado.
Other than that, nothing mind blowing. Nothing really worth
O
talking about,
PUBG é
to be
mais
fair.
controlado aquela carreira.
Unless you're a
Aquela
person
carreira
like
que eu
me.
falo, o carrinho, entendeu?
Which is as open as an open world.
Ontem eu joguei Fortnite ontem. Teve uma partida que eu matei 17.
Those kind of games, but in a very
Eu
different
matei
way.
17
So my games you'll
e no
be,
final a gente ganhou
utterly
ainda.
free to explore the story kind of in any direction and sort
E
of
tu não tem
follow
condição de fazer isso mais de
The way it works
Warzone.
here is,
Shit.
if you can imagine you know, the scene in a horror movie or a thriller where someone goes into the library and they're going through like the old microfiche caps, you know, going through the kind of archives and digging up old stories and bits and pieces, or watching, you know, old cursed videotapes. That's kind of the vibe here. So we have Marissa Marcel, who is an actress who, in the late 60s, kind of starred in her first movie. And somehow she only ever films 3 movies, and none of those movies has ever made it out. So these are kind of these rare lost movies that no one has ever seen or heard of since, and no one knows what happened to Marissa Marcel. And so the player is going to go into the game and be digging through hours and hours of this archive of pieces of film and footage from these lost movies that we've discovered and put together. And so you're kind of investigating, watching these movies, putting together the stories of the movies themselves, but also kind of digging into the behind the scenes and kind of figuring out what in fact happened to Marissa Marcel. So you know,
acha, Valdemax?
Self-driven,
Valdemax?
kind of expressive way of interacting.
Tu acha que eu vou perder tempo
If you have
lá no grupo?
something that you've noticed or you're particularly interested in, you can kind of dig
Se
into
junta
that area.
10
So
caras
these games tend to
e o que
be very fun
você
to play
prova, o que você mostra não vale.
where
Se junta os 10 caras.
ideas and
Aí quando você
theories
rebate
going
todos,
on.
aí um fica dizendo, e aí fulano, me ajuda aí, ó.
So
Me ajuda, a
with
Vaguinho
this
falou
one,
isso, me
it was really
ajuda.
important to
Ih, vou
us
perder meu
to,
tempo com
from the
aqueles caras.
start, think about the living room experience.
Eu queria
Have this
pegar
be
José Mal ao vivo
Xbox,
aqui, ó.
have this be something that you can sit back and play together, and really dig into as well this cinematic texture. So you know, my love of movies,
Eu tô ligado.
20th century classic filmmaking.
Uns no COD Mobile já que joga assim, mas não são
We really want players to
controle.
think about how movies work, think about what it is to watch a movie, and kind of give them the tools to do that.
Yeah. Watch a movie. Play a PlayStation game. There you go.
Summed up, I think people's excitement about this game in a nutshell. It looks awesome. So I see that there's like 3 individual components. Are players able to kind of jump around, or is it more of a crafted experience where you go at them one at a time?
So like I say, it's very free. I think with my last game, I was referencing a lot of open world games. That was kind of how I saw it. You know, when you start up an open world game, you can go in any direction, north, south, east, west, and you might see a little something. I'm going to see a small.
Man, hurry up with this fucking interview. Shit, man, get to the fucking games already, goddamn.
Beleza, beleza, Vitor. Depois a gente troca uma ideia. Eu tô ao vivo, meu filho, viu? Beleza.
And the beautiful mechanic that we have this time is, as you're watching a piece of footage, and everything you're watching is done through this interface which recalls like a classic moviola machine, right? When movies were made on film, when you're editing them, you have these big, loud, heavy machines, and you're rewinding, moving through the footage, splicing it together. And we've tried to kind of recreate that using modern technology. And when you're watching a scene, if you see something that interests you, and this is kind of magical, and I love it, you just pause the footage and click on that thing. So if you see a character and you see the face of a character you've not seen before,
It's kind of like telling lies. That game was actually rather interesting too.
You're like, well, that's going places. Or maybe you're digging into the imagery in the movie. You're like, well, hey, I keep seeing pieces of fruit or a particular animal that clearly.
I know, right, Saber, dude? Like, enough with the talking, dude. We get it. Just get to the fucking games, motherfucker. Shit.
Generate a match cut and cut to another piece of footage in which that item appears. So you're essentially assembling your own super.
Look at Andre or fucking Andrew Renee, man. She's like sitting there trying not to fall asleep and shit. She's like, yeah, I'm supposed to pretend to stare at the camera, pretend that I care about the games you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Esses carrinhos, bicho, é muito roubado,
Am I
cara.
getting famous here on Twitch? Yeah, I'm getting famous on Twitch by staring at the camera. Me giving a shit.
Sounds so
Fuck
awesome.
bitch.
I love a good mystery, and it's
Eu jogo WW2, vê, até hoje.
and I know people are pumped
Não tem
to
esse
play,
carrinho
and
roubado,
I wish
tá
I could
ligado?
keep chatting with
Eu
you
comprei o
about it.
Vanguard,
We do
né?
have
Who the
Mas
fuck is gonna play that
tem
outside
esse
from me?
carrinho
Who the
roubado,
fuck is
pô.
gonna play this?
learn more about immortality
Nobody
when
will.
they play.
Nobody's gonna fucking play fucking Immortality outside from myself, man. Like fucking bitch. Shut
Caramba,
up.
me acordei às 5 horas da manhã, bicho. Sono da
God damn.
porra.
Or they can go to halfmermaid.co, check us out on Twitter at halfmermaid, and we'll, you know, as we get closer, start to peel back some of the layers. I think we've told people before that this is an investigative horror game.
Andrew, is Daddy Phil and God Howard fucking get a show and appearance? LOL. More likely, probably not, sir. More likely, probably not.
Whereas the darkness, and maybe we'll start to peel back.
I love that.
As people get close to it.
Well, we gotta leave something
God
for
Howard,
discovery,
that's fucking
though,
funny.
right?
That's the key. It's always so hard. It's like, I don't want to tell you anything, right? I just want you to show up.
Good.
Bora,
yeah,
gostosa.
fast
Mostra alguma
forward,
coisa aí.
everybody.
Hey, let me go ahead and laugh.
Foda aí, vai.
You know, am I getting famous again? Am I getting more famous on Twitch?
Look forward to immortality.
Fucking
Hopefully
Jesus
later
Christ.
this summer.
Beleza, Erlinho, beleza.
Esse evento é de quê? Da Xbox, é?
Next!
All right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because we've got
O meu nome se
more
chama Erlinho,
gameplay,
se chama
more ID at Xbox Showcase coming up next.
Picatom,
Oh
pô.
my fucking God. What do I have to do? Safety round? Fucking commercial now?
Não tô com o jogo aberto não, pô. Tô com o jogo aberto não. Tô olhando aqui um
A
evento
3-minute
aqui.
fucking break! Oh my fucking Christ, bro.
Daqui a pouco sai terminou já? Sim.
Oh, of course, a non-skippable ad. Let's watch a commercial. Fucking. Oh my fucking Christ.
Beleza, meu filho, beleza. Demorou. Daqui a meia hora acho que acaba aqui, aí eu tô entrando.
That's a fucking lie.
Vaguinho, pô.
Oi,
Yeah, God
olha,
bless America. Fuck off my screen, please. Thank you very much.
eu tô calado aqui, pô. É porque pra não ficar passando microfone. O vento no o ventilador no microfone, entendeu?
Ah, tô ligado.
Fuck. Oh, she's got a nice ass. Bruh. This is supposed to be an advertisement. Why are you showing me ass? I like it. Oh, there goes Beavis walking down the stairs in his fucking star costume. It's okay to love the sun, just be sure to use protection. With a booty like that, there ain't gonna be no goddamn protection with an ass like
Tá
that.
legal
bro.
se
I'm
você
saying.
colocar essa
I'm
música.
saying.
Terminou? Porra,
Breaks are
massa,
long.
bicho. Terminou?
Yeah, yo, Beavis, no shit.
Já terminou, caraca, não é possível.
Bro, man, like,
Realmente foi um evento, não é possível, cara, foi tentado. Tá com a molesta.
know, instead of me sitting here for like a minute and a half, show the ad again. I want to see that booty again. The fuck, dude?
Fuck me. Somewhere close to rivers. O cara tá fumando, bicho. Voltou.
You know what's funny? That fucking, you know, like Inside Xbox is gone. Fucking Xbox just doesn't want to do any more like self fucking promotion fucking streams. But we get ID at Xbox, which I love for the record, but it's the in between shit that they need to fucking like not get rid of, but like tone down on, man. Just show us fucking games, dog.
That's what I'm here to do. That's
what I'm here to watch.
Não, tá lá.
I don't need to see Renee on fucking camera.
Tá lá. Mas vai ter mais aí, não tá com a mulher.
No, bitch. You're not.
Não, cara. Foi triste isso aí, cara. Só foi isso, só.
Here we go. You know what, man? Let's play a little game with the chat, guys.
Não é possível.
Name, okay, not name the game, but name the genre the next game you think it's going to be showing off and what genre it's going to be in. It could be anything. Sports, strategy, RTS, whatever.
Caralho, terminou, velho. Terminou não, bicho. Essa porra tá passando aí, né?
The next game is going to be a side-scrolling pixelated game. Watch.
Hey everyone, welcome back to ID at Xbox. Happy to have you here. It's your boy OTadrian.
Cara, será que terminou essa bagaça?
And we want to make sure that you all participate in chat to talk with us and speak with us about all the good things happening. Loving the comments so far. Someone said, I hope for some Christian Kings 3 news. Guess what? We have some footage earlier.
Foi não, bicho. Foi mesmo, velho.
Aí pegou um monitor.
Yeah, we got it.
Ao ser?
Checkbox. And I do want to call out one comment that I saw from Darth Mocha that says, this has got to be pre-recorded. And it's
Darth Mocha? That sounds like a fucking racist-ass name, dude.
Right now. So we see your comment,
Vai vender?
Darth Mocha. And,
oh, Darth Mocha.
Mas o que? 4K?
Never mind. I retract my statement.
But some of the trailers obviously are handcrafted. You know, they're not being made.
O meu, ele foi um dos últimos lançamentos, bicho. Esse meu aí, Egon. Alce Egon, um dos últimos lançamentos em 4K. O meu foi. Aí o que eu tinha, eu vendia meu irmão e comprei esse.
É, ele disse que vai vender porque tá dando na vista direto.
O monitor? Caraca.
Está dando na vista dele. Disse que o monitor
I was half right.
Não sei o que. Eu disse, então guardem aí. Final do mês chegou.
What did I just say? What did I just fucking say?
Esse
I said a side-scrolling pixelated game, right?
É jogos indie, porra. Não vai vir jogo pesado, não. Agora, eu sou apaixonado por jogos indie, porra. Eu sou apaixonado por jogos indie, tá ligado? Jogo 2D, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, tá ligado?
Hard-boiled, badass, cool. What are you doing, Philip? I'm done.
O monitor que ele mandou a foto foi esse aqui, ó. Dá pra ver.
Could be a waste of my time, but maybe not.
Poxa, eu tinha desse, esse não é lançamento não, eu tinha desse. Eu passei pra Rafa. Esse aí foi o que eu dei a Rafa. Esse aí foi o que eu dei a Rafa, muito bom ele. Ele é 75 Hz, muito bom, muito bom. Mas ele não é lançamento não, pô.
Não, pô, ele não disse que era lançamento não. Ele disse que deu fim aqui, a Samsung deu irmão dele.
Mas esse aí também é muito bom, pô. Esse aí é muito bom, esse.
Ele disse que a qualidade desse era melhor.
É, isso aí é, pô. É muito mais rápido. Ele é 75 Hz, é 1 milisséculo de segundo de atraso. É muito bom isso. Não foi esse que eu dei pra Rafa? Do mesmo que eu dei a Rafa. Do mesmo mesmo.
This might be an okay game to stream.
Aí eu também perguntei o preço, não fiquei calado, né? Pra ele não dar o estouro dele, né? Aí eu disse, não, no final do mês eu chego por aí, pai.
Ele quer vender por quanto?
I'm definitely in on that one. I like those types of games, man. Plus, there hasn't really been a whole lot of detective games on the market lately as of late, so.
I'm into it. Let's go.
I bet you are.
No.
Am I famous yet?
Yeah, I love the mix of art styles. I know some people in the chat were like, where are their eyes? But you can obviously get a lot more detailed
where are their eyes? Who the fuck?
Art in the text boxes. So I like that they're kind of mixing old and
Hello?
holes in golf purgatory in your attempt to escape to the land of the living. Take your time to line up the perfect shot or go out in a blaze of glory. Just be careful, as with each new hole comes new hazards, new dangers, and new friends. Luckily, you might have a few aces up your sleeve. These bizarre and world-bending cards add new dimensions
Olha,
and
Dark
make
Souls, eu
your
gosto de
journey
jogar
that
assim,
much
porra.
more rewarding.
Eu gosto de
It
jogar
is
assim,
up
ó.
to you to take on every hole, fight each boss, and find your way out of this mysterious golf purgatory once and for all.
It's a golf like.
I'm Liam Edwards, and this is Curse to Golf.
Curse to Golf looks fantastic, even better looking right now. As Liam Edwards joining us right now. Welcome onto the show at ID Xbox. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Who was that annoying man? I'm very sorry about that.
You know what could be annoying is the idea of a golf-like roguelike, where they say you spend your purgatory in golf. What does that mean? Like, what is this?
What is this?
Very hard to describe. On the surface level,
Okay.
it's a game that kind of pokes fun at the jokey, hellish nature that some people maybe think about golf. Combined with one of my sort of favorite genres out there, which is like roguelites, in this fun, weird physics-based kind of dungeon explorer. We have 18 holes, and they're all laid out like dungeons, and they have full of hazards for you to overcome. And you have to basically golf your way around. But on top of that, you have this card deck of all these different power-ups called ace cards, and you're able to bend them to your will to try and get through every single hole. If you survive all 18, you survive the game.
Now, some cool things right now is that people are saying things like love the mashup concept, and
Porra,
Remy
é
is saying
massa,
after
Dark
golf
Souls, é
story,
massa,
I love
pô.
these blends. So I gotta wonder,
Muito bom, pô.
what inspiration did you
Eu
have to
comprei
make
pra
this kind of
PlayStation
game? You said
4.
you're in golf, you
Dark
love these
Souls,
kind of hellish style
comprei
games. Was there a particular moment you were playing
Inside
something and you said, you
mídia
know what this
física.
needs is more challenge?
Comprei.
It wasn't really
Blasphemous,
started
cara,
with golf,
mídia
actually.
física.
It was thinking about
Porque eu não
roguelites.
tô
As a
conseguindo
game
comprar para
designer,
o
I think
Xbox
about
One.
genres a lot of the time. And
Exemplo,
that mashup
Blasphemous,
is exactly right.
o
which is,
PlayStation 4 em mídia
how could I mash
física,
up some crazy
ele
weird
tá
things? And I thought
custando
about physics in a
280
roguelite.
a
And then that
320
kind of naturally
reais.
just led to
Para
golf,
o
which is something
Xbox tá
a
muito
game I
mais
played as a
caro,
kid
né?
actually and had quite a bit of knowledge
Aqui no
about.
Brasil tá
It's
muito
not
mais
really
caro,
something
é
I delve
400 reais, tá
into
ligado?
now, but something I went through as a child and had to suffer through. So this is kind of almost like therapy.
Eu tava com muito jogo
really,
indie,
to be
bicho, pra
honest.
PlayStation 4.
It's
Muito
a nice way
jogo
to go
indie.
back and say, if I have to
Cada
suffer,
jogo
then
indie
guess what? Your
foda pra
generation, you've
PlayStation
got to
4.
suffer too and share.
Mas
You gotta suffer
infelizmente
with
eu
me.
tive que vender muita
Yeah, at
coisa,
this
eu
point,
vendi
though,
tudo.
you are actually dead, so I don't know
Pra
how
eu
much
montar meu
suffering there
PC,
is
né?
after death.
Ou
to
eu
be honest.
ficava com jogos,
I mean,
ou
if
eu
you're playing
desistia
golf,
de
it can't be
fazer
that
live,
bad,
né?
right? King Blade XX says, now I like this question right here. Does it have bosses?
It does indeed, actually. You might have sneaked a peek there at one of the bosses. They're not bosses in the traditional sense, because they're actually kind of supportive friends, but they're challenging you. They want to make sure that you are the pro that you say you are, because before you died, or expired, as we say, you actually were a pro golfer. And the start of the game is you're about to win.
Esse evento, galera massa, é bom para aqueles criadores de jogos que não tem dinheiro, né? Aí esse ID Xbox, ele assim, ele dá a oportunidade de você lançar os seus jogos no Xbox, sabe? Não tem a burocracia que tem lançar para um PlayStation, para um Nintendo Switch. Aqui a Microsoft, ela realmente ela abraça os criadores de conteúdo em jogos, né? Isso é bom pra galera, isso é bom pra galera que realmente cria jogos, né? Pra quem não sabe, Blasphemous, ele é um jogo indie, é um jogo independente, o estúdio não é grande, o estúdio é pequeno. Como também tem outros jogos, tem muitos jogos aí que fez sucesso. Outlast é um jogo indie. Mas você pode ver o sucesso, né? Inside é um jogo indie. Olha o sucesso que esse jogo faz. Blasphemous é sensacional. Terminei. Parabéns. Dark Souls, parabéns, bicho. Cara, sem mentira nenhuma. Eu vou te falar uma coisa. Dark Souls. Dos meus jogos, eu tenho 70 jogos de Sega Saturno originais.
you will round over. So it's up to you to try and use these ace cards, try and
40
get good at
jogos
golf.
de
We have spin
PlayStation 4
mechanics and
originais.
everything to
Tudo
add some
jogos
nice
indie.
little platforming to it as well.
Eu tive que vender
But if
tudo
you do fail,
pra
then you
montar o dinheiro
return
pra
back
montar
to
meu
hole
PC.
one, back to the beginning. There's going to be a lot of cards and a lot of nice little
Cara,
boons and
2
powers for
jogos.
you to basically stall that
E
demise
quando eu vi
and try
sair
and
da minha
ascend as
vida,
best
eu
as you can
chorei.
to the 18th hole.
Foi
Really quick question.
Castlevania,
Are they
sem
randomly
Fortnite
generated,
pra
though?
Sega Saturno.
They are not randomly generated.
Blasphemy,
Unlike
PlayStation
normal
4,
roguelites,
mídia física.
Golf
Quando eu
didn't
vi
really
esses dois
suit
jogos
the
saindo,
sort
eu
of,
fiquei
you know,
chorando, pô, eu
with golf
chorei.
shots, you want to hit like a
Aí minha esposa não
variety,
venda
and
não
we
esses dois
thought,
jogos não,
like,
isso não
random generation
adianta,
was not
porque
necessarily the way to go to get the
eu não
best
vou
out of the
pegar
courses.
mais
So we do have over
nem
80
PlayStation e
hand-designed
nem
holes,
o
and then the
Saturno.
way the
Aí
golf
graças
course
a Deus
actually works is
apareceu
it
o PlayStation de Last of Us
randomizes
2.
and kind of uses like a labyrinth
Aí eu
system
peguei e
to
comprei,
determine
graças
the
a Deus. Tá
difficulty
aqui.
of your run.
Eu vou
So
fazer tudo pra ficar com
even
ele na
on
minha
your first
coleção,
run,
fazer
the
tudo.
first time you jump into the hole one again might not be the first hole again, and you might have an entirely different hole, and then it's up to you to try
Beleza,
and
Roberto.
put everything together that you've learned on previous runs and tie it nicely together.
Mas tá
Perfect. We
massa
got the
desse
gist
Dark
of it. We got
Souls,
some
pô. Tá
gameplay,
massa, tá ruim
everything
não,
you
pô.
possibly want. So
Tá
where
massa.
do we go to find out more information? How can we follow up on updates on this?
You can
Aí,
follow
Roberto,
us
sem
on
mentira
Twitter
nenhuma.
at High
Pra muita
Labs. We
gente isso
also,
aí
with
é
our wonderful
besteira.
publisher Thunderful Games, they're posting a
Porra,
lot
o
as
cara
well. So
tem
you can go
Mega
to their
Drive ali,
website,
ó.
thunderfulgames.com.
Caralho, bicho, o cara tem
You can
Mega
also
Drive
follow me
ali.
on Twitter at LiamBME because I tweet
Porra,
about
tem
this
Game
game
Boy.
all the time.
Porra, tem
Like one of those
Switch
terrible
Lite.
people who talks nothing about their own
Caraca,
project.
porra, ele tem a coleção da porra,
No,
tô vendo agora.
that's the perfect kind of narcissism. Thank
Esse
you so much,
né?
Liam Edwards, for being
Adler,
here.
Adler.
First
Thank
of
you,
all,
everybody.
looking
Thank you
really
for having
good.
me.
Caraca, moleque.
Peace, man. Take
Muito
it
bom,
easy.
viu?
Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Aí,
It looks
Roberto,
really
quando
good.
esses dois
We
jogos
know
saiu,
Let's Talk More Games and the
não só
listeners,
foi
so we're
esse,
gonna do
né?
that for
Assim,
you.
jogos que
We're gonna
pegou,
have
que
another short
pesou
break.
quando
When we
vim
come back,
embora.
more ID, Xbox, and more games.
Castlevania, sem
stay
Fortnite pra Saturno. Blasphemous. Dungeons Dragon pra Sega Saturno. Cara, quando foi embora esses jogos, eu chorei, cara. Chorei. Porque eu tava vendendo, porque realmente eu tava precisando, né? Pra montar meu PC. Eu vendi muita coisa minha aqui, pô, muita coisa. Pra montar o PC, muita coisa, muita. Vendi muita coisa, mano. Aí eu peguei e me arretei logo. Meu jogo de Saturno, meu Sega Saturno também vendi. Aí graças a Deus eu peguei um PlayStation 4, né? E Last of Us, né? É edição para colecionador, né? Eu tô até pensando em trazer live de Last of Us 2. Aí eu tô com medo que minha placa de captura não deixa reconhecer o PlayStation. Eu nem testei ainda. Ô Oswaldo Max, tu acredita que eu nem testei o PlayStation 4 ainda? É doido.
A simple lock puts space between the thought and the trigger.
Beleza, Roberto, beleza. Me adiciona na PSN. Beleza, filho. Deixa eu salvar aqui, vê se tem o nome aqui. O meu na PSN se chama Wagner Rocha. Não. Wagner Rocha não, era antigamente. É um nome sombrio, pô, tá ligado? Esqueci o nome. É porque aqui no Xbox é Picatron, né? Lá também é um nome sombrio, tá ligado? Lá é um nome sombrio, pô. Mas eu vou anotar aqui a tua ID. Quando eu ligar o PlayStation, aí eu te adiciono.
Welcome back, everybody, to the ID at Xbox Showcase. I'm Andrea Renee, joined by Okadrian, and we have got lots more games to come. Adrian, it's been going to
quiser jogar Fortnite com a gente, joga, porra. É massa, bicho. Eu tô gostando daquela porra.
The games look fantastic. A lot of people have been saying, I don't want just this one game. I want these 1, 2, or 3 to add to my wish list.
É, bicho,
and to prove that we are not pre-recorded, because that's an ongoing tale
é porque assim a galera acha, sabe, Roberto? Exemplo.
We spoke 1 minute ago,
said, Xbox na veia.
So far, the interviews have been really fun.
Aí a galera acha que...
Andrew, that's
cara,
us.
eu mato e morro,
that's so
sabe?
kind, Kyle. Thank you so much
cara,
for your lovely
só
comment.
tem o Xbox. Não, porra. Eu tenho aqui na minha casa.
Yeah, shouts to Kyle. Good looking out,
Nintendo, PlayStation.
And speaking of keeping things coming, we've got more exciting new trailers for you. So let's take a look at what's coming soon to Xbox.
Wii U, Nintendinho NES, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Mega Drive, Mega Drive Mini, Mega Drive original. Porra, eu gosto. Caraca, vai sair pra Xbox. Caralho, bicho. Massa, bicho. Muito massa, bicho. Vai sair pra Xbox, bicho. Muito foda, bicho. Eu vi. Porra, eu vi esse jogo na apresentação do PlayStation. Aí os caras lá no grupo, né, tava dizendo, exclusivo do PlayStation. Exclusivo. Eu gostei muito, tá ligado? Da pegada desse jogo. Gostei muito. Meu irmão, eu comprei a The Ring, bicho. Eu acho que eu não tenho capacidade de jogar, não. Roberto, eu acho que eu não tenho, não, bicho. Bicho, jogo do caramba, bicho. Acho que é... Em abril, né? Em abril. Porra. Parece que é em abril. Porra. Em abril. Eu gosto de jogo assim, bicho.
This is Xenozoic, a strange punk fantasy world
with stranger
inhabitants. In the chaotic society they live, Pseudo, a martial artist forsaken by his master, has chosen to live as a recluse. Your adventure starts when he wakes up and hears mysterious music, which guides him to the boy, an orphan creature whose incredible powers have attracted the attention of Jin, the dying mistress of the artifacts. Unable to leave the boy to face his threat alone, Pseudo decides to protect him, unaware that much larger is at play. Chased by the
eu acho que eu não tenho capacidade de jogar essa porra, não.
You must use your fists and your mastery of various martial arts, which can be freely alternated between, based on the enemies you face and your preferences.
Porra! Olha o jogo!
You learn new techniques and improve your attacks as you progress and build your own fighting styles. One law reigns in Xenozoic, the ritual. If you wish, you can challenge enemies to this dice game before a fight begins. The winner applies the effect of an artifact onto the opponent, which can include fighting in a cloud of fog or having a chain limit their movements.
Eu não sei se eu tenho... Porra, hack slash, caraca, moleque.
These rule changes present an opportunity to be explored if you win the ritual, or a challenge to be overcome if you lose. Outside of combat,
porra, bicho. Massa, bicho. Pelo jeito a pegada do jogo é massa, isso.
You'll meet strange characters, collect artifacts and items that can be used to craft weird objects that will aid your journey. And at night,
eu tava doido pra pegar a mídia física.
Take on a life of their own. You wake up with a distorted visage in a dreamlike
eu instalei ele e não tive coragem de abrir ainda. Acredita, Roberto?
Inspired by surrealism and punk fantasy stories, Clash, Artifacts of Chaos promises to be an indie action adventure like you have never seen or experienced before.
Novembro. Crest. Novembro. Macumba é essa, hein? Porra, é isso? Cara, bicho, olha o chapéu do cara, bicho. Negócio bizarro, cara.
Kaboom. You see, it all began in the year 1066, when the Pope wouldn't let me excommunicate my wife. They said there wasn't enough evidence of adultery, but we all know the real reason is because her brother was high and mighty king of France.
É forçado nesse jogo ainda, bicho.
Catholic over here. But then I remembered.
Olha, bicho, que chapéu bizarro, bicho.
Look, I don't know why nobody's thought of this before. Because it's friggin' brilliant. I'm a medieval genius. I got so much faith. I can just make my own religion where divorce is legal. Kaboom, problem solved. We'll call it check me. Bootyism. Of course. That's allowed. That's definitely allowed. We should encourage that.
Cara, gostei de 2 jogos, até agora, né?
It's going to be a liberal and forward-thinking religion. A church for the people that's going to benefit.
Gente, deixa eu pegar alguma coisa pra eu comer aqui, rapidinho.
I will have the final say in who I can divorce and or marry.
Rapidinho, Valdemax. Eu vou pegar alguma coisa pra eu comer aqui, rapidinho.
Yeah, see? Probably should have seen that coming. Good for them. Get it on Xbox Game Pass. Coming March 29th.
Bootyism. Let's go.
He's making all the right moves, making his own religion, allowing witchcraft, allowing adultery. He just knows how to play the game, it looks like.
I mean, I said on the break when we were watching these trailers, I was like, whatever they spent on T-Pain was worth it, because I'm loving these trailers. And I saw that in the chat, people are demanding a stream from T-Pain, so maybe we can get that once the game is finally out.
Hey, Bryce99210 says, I'm a supporter of bootyism. You know, you and me both. You and me both. But it wasn't just that. There were 2 other games right there, too. Andrea, what you think? Got a favorite?
So I really love the art style of Clash, Artifacts of Chaos. It's got a very cel-shaded look, and it's got a cute little companion. Who doesn't like a good companion NPC?
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It looks really nice, and I like the first-person mode they show with the fisticuffs. Reminds me of a game called Breakdown on Xbox. Looks really good. I'm pumped for that. But there's more games, obviously.
Yeah,
and our next game right here, ID at Xbox Showcase, is a perfect pick for anyone who
Obrigado
loves
pela força, amigo.
escape
Valeu mesmo aí,
rooms,
nego.
which, you know, probably haven't been a big thing the past, let's say, 2.5 years or so. You can't quite get off the couch.
Galera,
right?
mas eu sei que eu devia fazer
Era
por fazer.
They were nice enough to send along a full build, okay, of the game for us to demo live right here for the very first time. But
era por fazer regime, tem que fazer regime mais.
Take a look at Escape Academy.
Cara, isso é bolinho gostoso da porra.
What are you waiting for?
Não, ixi.
A room full of memory gas is no place to relax. Impressive. I knew I saw potential in you.
Ah, there you are. Welcome to the Academy.
What's up? It's not the first time my art's been torn to shreds.
Greetings. Dishonesty has no place at the Academy.
Hey there! Enough water! They're already hydrated!
My star student.
Gente, vê só. Eu não sou criador de nada. Cara, se eu fosse lançar um jogo, pode ter certeza, esses jogos assim não lançava não. Bom, dos jogos, tudo que eu tô vendo aqui na apresentação, só gostei de 2. Que foi aquele do Ninja e o outro. Que apareceu.
Alright, are you ready to do this? I feel like the entire internet is going to judge our escape performance.
Lançar um jogo dessa pegada.
We don't disappoint.
Andrea, we are 2 of the smart people that I know, so I have no fear whatsoever.
Ah, thanks. I appreciate the vote of confidence. And I also love how the concept of this game is that it's supposed to make you better at escape rooms, because it is, in fact, an academy. So maybe after this, we will be escape room masters.
Yeah, there was some context there too, but honestly, I just want to get into the game and I want to solve the puzzle, because I feel like we're being judged and I will not be judged.
So for everybody watching, Okadrian is controlling the game, and I'm just here to help him solve the puzzles, but there is a multiplayer component. But I'm going to be honest, for anybody who watches my streams over at What's Good Games, you guys know that I sometimes have trouble multitasking, and I get incredible gamer face. And because I wanted to focus on the puzzle elements of this game, I was like, Adrian, how about you just control the game and I'll just watch?
I promise to say things every now and then, just probably not most of the time. So I'm relying on you to carry us through this conversation piece.
I am here for that. And I also want to give I Am 8-Bit a shout out. I saw you guys in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us on stream today. And we are, already got this underway. So what have you found so far in the world that you think might help us? Should I get a pen and paper going?
Maybe. There's a bunch of sculptures that have yellow markings on them. Some of them have different things. Like that one has a yellow dot right there. This one over here teases a maze and has a circle in the outline down there. There's a paint splotch right there. There's a door that needs a key, it looks like, or some kind of thing for a nose, and we don't have it yet, so something's got to have a line somewhere.
Okay, so lots of yellow things.
Yes. Something goes in this table. It wants us to use an item that we don't have yet.
I think it's really interesting how this game really kind of blends some of the traditional puzzle elements you would see in a point-and-click adventure game, but also makes it more pressure-based because of the escape room nature of it. So I think people who are good at, old-school puzzle games, like, my friend Christine Steimer, will probably be really good at this. Maybe I'll just have to call her up and be like, hey, can you help me?
Yeah, if you're watching, feel free to, help us out and say whatever needs to be. Oh, look at this. It's a painting, but the painting is out of order. It has arrows on it, so I'm guessing it's up to us to put it in the right order and figure out what direction things go.
All right, this seems like it's pretty easy. I believe in you. You can do this.
I believe in you. I like that. Yeah, go ahead, Adrian. Good luck to you, man. It looks like up.
Não sabe um jogo de ensinar, né, rapaz?
Then left. Is that right?
Tinha vergonha lançar uma porra dessa.
I see. Well, I guess I don't know what you're looking at.
So right here on the screen, the puzzle it's like someone took a painting and just chopped it up and put it out of order.
Oh, you're trying to line up the arrows, right?
Yeah, I want the painting to line up so the arrows go in order, starting from left to right. And I think the far most right strip is the far left strip. So the first input would be up.
Diga aí, meu filho. Manda as horas aí.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So in order to move the strips, you have to match the inputs?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Evandro, obrigado pela força, Evandro. Lá trovo, valeu mesmo, meu filho.
Wait, what does that sign say? How to draw good. But wait. Yeah. Bananas, cheese, wine. Wait, this is my grocery list.
We have bananas too. We got one of those.
Sangue de Cristo.
So it's look at that, an arrow. I wonder.
Amigo meu aqui, disse que o TR-60 dele deu a luz vermelha agora, hein?
I feel like we need to prioritize finding the cheese and wine because those are always on my grocery list.
Pô, bem pensado. Tu tem que ver o código dele.
Oh, maybe we need a UV
porque
light
assim, o TR-60 ele tem essa vantagem.
Oh, look at this.
E ele fala, né? Ele mostra em código o erro dele, né? O defeito que apareceu nele, entendeu? Tem que ver qual é o código que ele tá falando, né? Quando eu falo, quantas vezes ele vai piscar. Aí ele vai te dizer o código. Aí tu vai ver quantas vezes ele vai piscar e isso aí tu vai ver que problema é esse, entendeu?
I'm guessing banana is painted blue, so the first input is blue, so we've got to find the cheese and wine to find the other order.
I did not think that's the direction you were going with that, and I'm not sure that's correct, but you know what? It's a lead, and you gotta try all the leads in these games.
I'm not sure that's correct, but...
Hey, I wanted to call out, I see Level 1 Gamer in chat is saying, I've never been around for one of these events. Does this mean the announcements are over? No. We have more announcements, more interviews, more trailers coming. We just wanted to show you guys a little bit of gameplay of Escape Academy from I Am 8-Bit and Coin Crew Games, which is coming out later this year.
This says
because it's Twitch. We gotta do some gameplay.
Entendesse,
né,
we don't
want to have a showcase and have only trailers, right?
O botão que...
Yeah, absolutely. Wine, banana. There was one more thing that goes here according to the painting. The cheese! Gotta find the cheese!
Interesse,
You find
You think it's in
cheese.
this room?
O botão que sincroniza o controle
I
e tu
feel like that's
aperta o
too
botão
easy. Oh, look at this.
e
Arrow
abrir a
directions.
bandeja.
I bet that's the
De
puzzle.
abrir a bandeja, tem que ficar, apertar o botão que sincroniza.
Wouldn't surprise me if the cheese was
Entendeu?
in there.
Aí
They
quantas
put it
vezes ele
there. Find out.
piscar,
Or the cheese could be in the
aí
garbage.
tu vai dizer o problema.
No,
Tu tem que
chicken is not
contar
in the
quantas
trash.
vezes ele tá piscando, entendeu?
That's not where you put it?
Aí tu pesquisa. O
I mean,
Xbox
it depends on
360
how
deu
cheap
as
it
3
is, let's be
luzes
That's 100% true. That's
com
facts.
erro 7, com erro 7, com erro 4, com erro
You think it's in
3.
that
Aí os
locked
caras lá vão
closet?
te dizer, tá ligado?
Or do you think it's outside?
Something's in there.
A vantagem do
I'm
360
back
é essa.
outside
Né?
because we haven't been on here in a minute. So
Que pena que não tem isso
Cheese, where would I
no
be?
Xbox One. Esses
Benno,
Xbox,
that is
né?
the question. Okay. So we've got more. There is
The eyes
also
are-
a hint feature if we, you know, want to use the hint for the sake of time.
I don't know. I feel like the internet would never let us live it down. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's probably true, but
All these
we don't
faces
have
are
an
different.
infinite amount of time to solve any of this. And we're probably not going to solve it. Which is
Wow!
because we don't want to show you guys all the puzzles, right? Wait, what'd
I'd
you
say
find?
I like that. No, the fact that, you know, we're not going to solve this, so
I'm just giving us an out, Adrian, okay?
I respect it. Look, this arrow thing right here is bothering me. Okay, it's got to be up. I got it. Up, down, right down. Up, down.
Cara, que jogo chato do inferno é esse, bicho? Pelo amor de Deus.
I'm wrong?
Eu tava com 4.
I guess so.
Eu vendi um aí.
Let's use the hand feature.
Do you know how to open your
Eu
inventory?
vendi outra Leandro.
Yeah, right here. Oh, the cheese. I already have it. I already had the cheese, Andrea.
There it is. Paint-stained cheese.
Reading art's no picnic.
Meu irmão, não, videogame não tá barato mais não. Videogame
Look at this,
antigo tá
number.
caro, os jogos tá caro.
Oh, okay. I see what's happening here.
139. We're missing the weight.
Isso aí.
Aí ela achou ruim.
Ele tá
139.
pensando que é 700
Ah,
Hmm.
easy.
Esse de Play 2, o cara que é acostumado
I have to say, I'm very impressed at the speed at which you are solving this.
I'm flabbergasted
There
right
it
now.
is.
Anti-display ink. Let's go.
Nos grupos de vendas de rolo. Que o cara abre nem além de tá lá mais. Só tem só a carcaça e a bola.
Ah, the
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
suspense. Will Adrian keep playing the game and I'm going to have to host the rest of the showcase by myself? Who could say? Many thanks, though, to the team over at I Am 8-Bit for sending over the build for us to check out and for you guys to take a look at here on the stream today. If you guys want to get updates on Escape Academy,
Não, ele
please
tá
follow
pensando
at
que
I
é
Am
como
8-Bit on
antigamente.
Twitter,
Vai
and we look
nessa.
forward to solving those puzzles later on this year. You did well, Adrian. I'm very impressed.
I didn't do well enough.
It's okay. You can feel sorry about it later. But we do have a bit of good news, everybody. Tunic is now live on Xbox Game Pass, and Ash Said Hi is playing live on their channel, and you can check it out at twitch.tv/Ash Said Hi, and you can find them in the Control Plus app under participants, or follow them, jump to their stream, check it out if you guys want to see some gameplay of Tunic. And don't forget, you can now download it today.
Obrigado.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. And if you want to get an idea of what it's like to play the game and to see a streamer's reactions to it, we're going to actually take a peek in on Ash Said Hi. And the good news is right now, she can't hear us, she can't see us. This is our own moment to peek in.
Oxi. E mais aquele Black Piano, misericórdia. Aquele não esquenta não, porra. Parece que vai explodir.
so
Look at the concentration.
Isso é amostra.
It really is. This, like, we knew it was gorgeous, right, from watching all the trailers and gameplay, but there's no way she's not any further than 5, 10, 15 minutes into the game. This is the first thing you see? Are you kidding me?
O meu feto também.
I'm in. I like it. Look at the concentration on her face.
Aí peguei
That's like
Ash
me.
has the gamer face.
outro feto, agora a versão fosco, tá ligado?
É.
Aquele
Love
não
it.
esquentava muito, não. Ficava morrendo.
If you guys want to check out more
Aí
Tunic
define.
gameplay, head on
Aí
over to
depois apoiei o
twitch.tv/Ash Said Hi, hit that follow button, and check out their channel.
Oxi.
I'm just I'm still at a loss of words right now because I've only got one thing in my mind. The fact that Escape Academy has dropped me in my moral victory. But the good news is we're gonna have a break right now and have a moment to decompress. And the good news is we'll have more games right here at ID Xbox. So,
vale a pena não, pô.
Ô, Valderi, o Pro esquenta, Valderi.
Não, o Pro esquenta, porra, mas pelo menos com aquele ruídozinho dele chato, do ventilador, mas ele segura, pô. A quentura, tá ligado? Ele segura a quentura, ele não fica, não, esquenta, ele esquenta, mas ele não fica quente que nem os outros, ele fica morninho. Porque o ventilador do Pro, né, meu irmão, comparado ao dos outros, né? É uma turbina, tá ligado? Mas pro cara pegar esses videogames intermediários, Slim, Fat, é melhor o cara dar um tiro seco e pegar o Pro logo, velho.
Eu não vi diferença não vou mentir. Assim, eu já tive dois, esse é o terceiro Pro que eu já tive, né? Já tive até o Pro branco. E a edição especial que eu tive foi essa aí do Last of Us. Mas os outros dois foi normal, o branco e o preto normal. Mas todos os dois esquentavam só o caralho.
O branco, tu é doido. O branco ele não esquenta não, isso é a morte. Isso é a morte. Vamos botar um ovinho em cima assim de manhã, com 2 pãozinhos em cima que assa bonito nele, no branco.
Cara, os três que eu tive, esse eu não testei ainda não.
O melhorzinho que tem, o Pro, o melhorzinho que tem é o preto, melhorzinho. Meus edição especial não chega perto do preto não, pô. Esquenta mais, porque versão europeia, pô, é diferente da construção.
Pronto, eu tive 3 Pro.
A solda da placa é diferente.
Eu tive 3 Pro, né? Os 3 Pro. Aí esse aí eu vou meter carga nele ainda. Agora os outros dois esquentam demais. O branco e o preto que eu tinha. O branco e o preto esquentava demais. Só se eu tivesse sorte, né? Mas eu não.
Fica morrinho, também.
Até o de Josemar, bicho. Até o de Josemar. O de Josemar parecia uma turbina de avião. O dele era preto.
Eu peguei 2 brancos. Eu jogava de meio, eu jogava meia hora.
É doido.
Vou dar fila logo.
O de Josemar preto. Parecia uma turbina de avião, PlayStation Pro. Quando ele colocou aquele Neo, ele colocou Neo e colocou 1080 a 30, viu o videogame explodir. É doido. Mas ele não é homem suficiente pra assumir isso, tá ligado?
Esse meu preto aqui, no dia que eu peguei ele veio lá atrás. Aí eu abri logo, deslacrei ele, abri, coloquei a faixa térmica, porque essa faixa térmica eu tenho aqui. Eu sou do remédio, em vez de videogame disparar uma vez. Agora esquentar, não esquenta, fica morninho. Fica quente, que nem os outros. Morninho, mas graças a Deus nunca disparou não. Depois dessa coisa nunca disparou não. Nunca disparou não. E falar nisso, eu tenho até um kit de refrigeração aqui, porra. Eu nunca usei, tá aqui guardadinho do jeito que eu comprei. E o meu kit de refrigeração ele tem um botãozinho que o cara aumenta o cooler e diminui.
Eu tô ligado,
Welcome back everyone
isso
to that ID at Xbox Showcase. Boy Cajun chilling right here with Andrea. And we're bringing you all the good indie games.
Eu tô ligado.
We're looking forward to you for, I don't know,
comprei aí,
forever?
tá ligado? Ele enviou pelo correio.
Yeah. Obviously
Chegou
forever.
aqui tudinho.
It's been
Tá aqui,
so
lacradinho do jeito que eu comprei.
But I digress. Are you ready to hit the
Precisei usar.
slopes for some snowboarding action? I know, it wasn't the
Yes.
best transition.
Precisei
Stick with
usar,
me,
velho.
everybody. Shredders arrives tomorrow on
porque,
Game
pô,
Pass.
depende da pasta
And
térmica
ID at
que você
Xbox
usa.
Showcase
Depende
has
do
the
quê,
latest
Valdemar?
trailer. But
Pelo amor de
first,
Deus,
a quick
pelo amor de
message
Deus.
from the
Olha,
devs behind
Pelo amor de
Shredders.
Deus, fala
Take a look.
besteira não, bicho. Pelo amor de
Olha,
Deus.
eu comprei.
Carai, essa foi foda.
Olha, eu comprei uma pasta térmica da
Pelo amor de
Bora.
Deus, cara.
Pô, porra, eu fiz a comparação aqui, pô. Quer dizer, a minha. Olha, eu comprei uma faixa térmica da Cooler. A Master Gel Make. Diz que é uma das melhores do mercado. Eu comprei. Foi 150 essa pasta térmica.
Pode ser 1000, meu irmão. Pode ser 1000.
Veja bem,
A arquitetura do PlayStation 4 não foi bem feita, não, pô. Não adianta. A gente só tapou só com a peneira, não, pô.
Eu nem terminei.
Ah, porra, eu acho que tu tá. Eu acho que tu tá falando, eu acho que tu pensa que tu tá falando com um cara que não entende e taca porra. Aí é foda também, caralho.
Eu comprei a bem, você disse que eu nem terminar. Eu comprei essa pasta térmica. Eu botei no meu PlayStation 3. Beleza. Botei no Xbox One, no meu Fat, beleza. Botei no meu 360, beleza. Botei no meu computador, beleza. Botei no meu PC de 4, os outros videogames deu certo.
É a arquitetura, porra, do PlayStation 4 foi mal feita. Pô, é essa parte que tu colocasse no meu 360? É essa? É, Valderi? Valderi? Valderi?
Doesn't it just make you want to catch some fresh powder?
It does. Like, I used to snowboard, and it means a lot to you because you never forget your first concussion.
É essa parte que tu colocasse no meu 360?
Bring these memories back. It's just flooding you.
Tu sabe que aquela parte é
So you're
boa?
saying you've had multiple concussions?
If I did, I don't remember them right. I do remember snowboarding was a blast. We've come a long way from the likes of pool boarders and 1080 snowboarding. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. I gotta take a look at this back during the winter gathering, and now that we're almost into
O cara tá falando aqui meio chata.
going
O cara
up
tá
the
falando meio
slopes
chato.
is probably not on my mind
Ele
as much
fez, eu
as going
tive
to the
dois
beach, but that's
PlayStation
what's great
4.
about video games.
E os
You
dois
can
para essa
transport
turbina.
yourself to anywhere at any time. And it
Deixa-
seems like the
deixa eu
chat
dizer, pô.
seems pretty hyped for this.
Aí peguei
Oh yeah, they've been waiting for this. I think in the top of the show, people were saying shredders, and shredders. It's here, and it looks really good.
No Fat,
Absolutely. But up next, Derek Bradley, the game director on Fling Talk, is going to be talking to Okadrian. But before we meet him, let's take a look at the trailer.
Beleza, já escampei a pasta.
Gostosinha, ela.
Aí comprei a GD 900. Disse que era a fuderosa da China. Comprei. Aí desmontei o videogame de novo, o PlayStation, depois de mais ou menos 4 meses. E botei ela. Quando eu fechei o videogame, tudinho pá, no início, mais ou menos meia hora, o videogame silencioso. Eu jogando. Quando eu entrei no Azone, eu vi a hora ele andar em cima do hack aqui de casa. Se ele vai levar o hack. Beleza, escampei a pasta. Aí a única que deu certo, velho. Aí depois eu fui olhar o meu computador, a temperatura alta direto. Disse, que porra é isso, velho? A pasta em menos de poucos meses já não deu mais produtividade, velho. A primeira que eu usei, a GD 900 eu pensei, as duas não deu certo. Aí comprei essa ZF, velho. Foi o santo remédio. Pra mim, é a melhor pasta mais forte do mercado. Foi o santo remédio. Botei no meu computador, botei no meu PC.
Ah, caralho!
Foi a melhor pasta forte. Foi a melhor. É 12 watts do Medugão. As outras pastas não dá 12 watts não, pô. Ela dá 5, 4, 3,5, tá ligado? Aí a produtividade vai embora. Aqui é 12, pô. É 12. Aqui que essa produtividade vem acabar, quando ele vier disparar. Aqui, esse é o remédio. Entra no azul na porra toda do videogame. Silencioso, bem baixinho, velho. De boa. Bota a mão em cima, tá morrendo. Agora, Xbox Fat. É o pai.
Vê, um jogo
Xbox
desse
Fat,
não mostra o gameplay, não é possível.
Xbox Fat é o pai.
With Flintlock, I'm Okadrian. I'm joined by Derek Bradley, the game director of Flintlock. How you doing, homie? Welcome aboard.
Fechar ele.
I'm good. Yeah, thank you for
Não,
having
o
me.
Xbox Fat é foda.
You know, people in the chat are really very smart about this. I saw someone who said, hey, you know what? I loved Ashen. And that was their only comment, which means they know
Eu vendi 10 Xbox Fat, não me voltou
in
um.
terms of how it correlates to this game. if you played Ashton, are you going to have a familiarity with how this game's going to play?
Yeah, you know, Ashen was really, it was our first game at A44, so it's a massive thing in the genetics of the company. Certainly all of that really hard-hitting combat.
Eu vendi 10, tem garantia de ano, não me voltou
taking that, expanding on it, you can kind of see the visual style in the trailer itself and like how far we've pushed that. But that's expanded into every other part of the game, so I can't wait to see what people think.
I can't wait to see it either. Like, the thing is that one of the things
mostra o gameplay desse jogo, bicho, pelo amor de Deus, cara.
Flintlock. You're holding a flintlock, but I feel like it can't be that on the nose, right? Like, can you give us a sneak peek or an idea of what that title means? If there's significance to the flintlock?
Mostra o gameplay, pô. Quando vê isso, a câmera é uma câmera de Diablo, a câmera em cima. Mostra o gameplay, pô. Jogos top aí pelo jeito aí, ó. O cara não mostra. Agora aquela merda que tava passando agorinha, aquela merda. Meu Deus do céu. Mostra o gameplay dessa porra, bicho. Rapaz, massa, bicho.
And they were able to blow things up, and you could you know, where a wizard would be all powerful because they could throw a fireball at you. Well, now you can shoot cannons back, you know? It's really interesting, and like there's a lot of really fun stuff we can do with that. Yeah, in relation to this kind of dark and terrible magic that also exists within the world.
You're bringing about all the dreams people want. You know, I'm just picturing moments of Lord of the Rings where he's like, I would cut off your head, and then flintlock. And that's the easy conversation to have right there.
Ô, Roberto, se eu fosse pegar um PlayStation 5, eu ia pegar do modelo antigo. A placa nova eu não ia pegar, não.
I want to pet the dog. Can you pet the dog? Pet dog, birdie, yes, no. Derek?
You know, it's a deep question.
Vê só, Gui. Gui, tu segura o botão que sincroniza o controle e abre a gaveta.
He's just got a lot of attitude, you know, and so I think
sim, tá com a moleque, ele pensar que é o botão do controle. É o botão que sincroniza o controle do Xbox. Agora esse botão é no próprio aparelho, não é no controle não. É no aparelho. O aparelho ligado, ele vai estar com a luz vermelha. Aí tu aperta o botão e segura no aparelho e abre a gaveta. Entendeu? Aí tu vê quantas vezes a luzinha que tá abrindo a gaveta, que tá verde e vermelha, ele vai piscar. Tu tem que contar quantas vezes ela vai piscar.
I love it so much.
Aí tu entra na internet, Xbox com a luz vermelha, piscou 7 vezes. Qual é o problema? Aí vai ter vídeo até agora.
That is a dog because it has dog-like features. Is that a constant companion? Does it summon or is it just with us the entire time?
Melhor, isso. Vai no YouTube e assim, como eu descubro o código, pronto, como eu descubro o código da luz vermelha do Xbox 360. Acabou, só faça isso. Como eu descubro o código da luz vermelha no Xbox 360. E não vai faltar vídeo.
These little bird claws and he's got monkey paws actually on the front.
Eu peguei em agosto, na Amazon. Eu acho que é do modelo antigo, viu sim, Roberto?
Sort of like a fox-like
é melhor a placa, viu?
Overall, and yeah, as you go through the game, you kind of figure out who he is.
Não troca por essa placa nova não,
what his whole sort of story is.
O dissipador é pequeno, a placa nova, tá ligado?
I love looks like a boss at the very end that has the giant hole in his head that kind of glimmers and glows the entire time too. So, what kind of art style were you looking to accomplish this time around?
Se eu fosse pegar, eu ia pegar o antigo. Eu nem ia pegar esse jogo, não.
Yeah, because it's a big jump up for us, and as I say, like every single part of the game from art style
Tamo junto, meu filho. Valeu, obrigado pela tua presença.
All of that kind of stuff, it's a massive, massive step up.
Entendeu, né, Gui? Bota essa pesquisa que os caras vão te explicar bem direitinho, pô.
At the moment, and with us kind of stepping into sort of this, like,
É dissipador, é pequeno, pô. Dissipador é pequeno, de cobre, é
dissipador
pequeno.
pequeno, diminuído. E é todo de alumínio. Ele não esquenta não, ele ferve. Pode dar um caneco de água em cima que ele ferve.
Um jogo desse, o filho da mãe não vai mostrar um gameplay. Um jogo desse. Aquele bicho, aquelas merda que tá aparecendo, é gameplay, é riso forçado, pelo amor de Deus.
And I know the other day when we spoke in like rehearsal, I was like, "Hey, when I saw the Ashen trailer and it probably represented it, right? Do you feel like this trailer probably represents what this game is going to end up like?"
Muito
Yeah, I think that's something that we like sort of
Aí o do
deeply
Ninja,
believe in
é arriscado só sair,
all
olha.
the stuff that you see here is captured
Aí o
in
do Ninja, é
engine,
arriscado só
so
sair em mídia física.
the spaces that we have in the game, we've used the characters we have in the game and posed them for the trailer. But it really is just this is what it's going to look like. So yeah, very similar to Ashen in that regard.
Man, you gotta feel really good about that too, because people are saying positive things right now in the chat. They like the cinematics, think it looks beautiful, and of course they want to find out if you can pet the fox bird doggo thing, which we'll find out in the future. As you pointed out, maybe sort of kinda, but if we want to follow updates on whether or not that's possible, where can we get more information?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can find our website if you just search Flintlock or A44 Games. You'll be able to find us on Twitter. You'll be able to find us on our website. You'll be able to find us pretty much everywhere. Google it and you'll see
Tá
us.
passando, pô. Só não passou o play, né, do jogo, né? Porque
just
é
Google
um filho da mãe.
You'll find us there. So thank you very much for that.
Mas quando
Thank you
vê
for
isso é um diabo da vida.
bringing us this wonderful cinematic trailer. It looks fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Derek.
Quando vê isso é uma porra de um diabo.
Thank you.
Hey, it looked really good, right? And everyone I tried to get an answer, but that was some
ele tá com o Kinect do Xbox
navigation by
One.
Derek, so
Ele
respect to him.
tem
Up next,
Switch Lite.
Andrew Benet is going to
Ele tem a
talk to
porrada
two
de
devs
Berbolt,
from
tem o
Roblox.
Game
Looks like
Call,
Jensen
tem a porrada de
Madsen
Berbolt.
and Matthew Hudson, creative director and technical director at Splitting Point
E aí
Studios,
tem
which is the
boom!
studio behind the
Como
viral
é que
hit
tá
Wacky
tudo?
Wizards and High Fidelity Phenomenon.
Aquele cara ali,
Rolling Thunder.
do
Take
lado,
away, Andrea.
é o mendigo que pegou... Meu irmão, fala não, bicho.
Thanks, Adrian, and welcome,
Cara,
Jensen
isso
and
é
Matt.
bizarro,
Welcome to the
cara.
show, guys.
Fala
How's
não,
it going?
Timbu. Isso é bizarro, bicho.
Yeah, it's great.
Vê, um jogo daquele não mostrou gameplay.
So Splitting Point Studios has made quite a name for itself within the Roblox community for making all kinds of stuff. But the latest thing that people are talking about, of course, is Rolling Thunder. And this game you guys played doesn't even look like it's inside Roblox. It's just bonkers. How long has it been in development?
Eu levei porrada, mas valeu a pena. Realmente, a mulher é muito bonita, né? Aí ele fez, tem problema, não pode quebrar minha cara. Comeu, bicho, uma gata daquela, né? Mas ele disse, assim ele falou na entrevista lá o que o cara falou, que ele disse que é a terceira vez que pega ela, boy. Terceira vez, boy. Isso quer dizer que a jaramantada tá entrando. Ela gostou. Ela gostou.
How have you guys really seen the journey, not only of what you have been doing as a studio, but really where the kind of UGC community has come? I mean, it feels like Roblox has just like skyrocketed in the last.
Não, mas isso é bizarro, bicho. Meu irmão, tu viu essa nega é linda, pô. E o cara, o personal dele não é feio não, o cara é bonitão também, tá ligado? Diga aí, ela gostou da jaramantada do mendigo, isso.
We have today,
As informação forte
so many projects people are making, the comments on them, it doesn't.
Não sei não, sei que o cara disse que era mendigo, né? Não sei.
It's going to become a thing where, you know, that becomes a thing where it's
disse que era mendigo, ele falou assim. Eu já peguei ela 3 vezes. Ah, porra, 3 vezes. Gostou da jaramantada dele. Fazer o quê?
It's getting more and more, yeah.
Adianta? Músculo de sua porra, o cara bonitão, o cara musculoso, atlético. Adianta isso tudo. Deixa eu com minha barriga sexy e bom de cama, porra. Deixa eu.
So approachable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like the transition from like
é bizarro, cara. A menina é muito linda, pior pra ir, bicho, que merda, bicho. Ah, o outro jogo não mostra, bicho. Isso é Roblox a porra, parece que é. Parece que é Roblox. Não é o jogo que Josemar doido aí, ó. Josemar é doidinho pra esse jogo, Roblox. A gente não gosta de jogo assim não, viu, gente? Se for o Roblox, foi registrado 400 milhões
And do you find
de
yourself
player,
not
viu?
wanting to go back and play
Roblox,
because you're doing just
é
too much
bronca.
work? Do you ever just go
Roberto,
in and like
meu
just
PlayStation
mess
5
around for
saiu
funsies?
quase de graça. Comprei na Amazon.
Yeah.
Um aparelho,
I was,
um aparelho em julho de 2001. Vendi por 6 mil reais. Comprei outro por 4. Foi bom, bicho. Vendi meu PlayStation. Meu PlayStation 4. Porra, foi bom isso, bicho. Pô, vendeu por 6 mil. Não, peraí, comprei um aparelho em julho. Vendi por 6.500. Caraca! Ele vendeu por 6.500. E comprou outro por 4.600. Porra, lucrasse quanto? 1.900. Com 200 tá 300. Caraca, bicho.
That's so awesome that it can kind of be a collaborative experience with your community. And speaking of which, we unfortunately don't have enough time to keep talking about Rolling Thunder, though I have a bazillion questions about it. But if people in the chat want to keep up with the development of what you guys are working on, where's the best place to follow
a
you
maneira que ela
guys?
está me olhando quente.
Yeah, you just follow my Twitter.
É linda ela. A boca sexy dela, o riso sexy dela. Ah, delícia.
We're all about the shameless plugs here at the Idea and Xbox Showcase, so it's not shameless. Plug away.
Rafa?
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me about Rolling Thunder, and like he said, you can go ahead and follow him at Jandal, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bom de cano, só se for dormir. Vai nessa, vice, Rafa.
We have got more
vai
show to
nessa.
come, but we have another quick break, so don't go anywhere. More surprise Game Pass announcements are coming up next.
Até o surprise dela é sexy. Surprise dela é sexy. Não, minha filha, fica só você aí. Porra, apareceu 3 jogos bons. Foi o do Ninja. Foi aquele outro, que é Hack Slash. E esse outro que apareceu agora, do Lobo, né? Esqueci o nome dessa porra. Mas esse último agora não apresentou gameplay, né? O resto só foi lixo. Lá pra banda de São Paulo, na época, o cara tava pedindo
a Sony mandou um abaixo assinado. Serviço deve ser anunciado em abril e junho desse ano, lançamento de março para 2022.
Ela tem
100 jogos de PS1 disponíveis no lançamento.
Pronto.
Jogos de PlayStation 2 PSP chegando mais tarde, no final de 2022. E jogos de PlayStation 3 apenas por streaming. Embora possa haver a opção de download mais tarde.
Ela tem que lançar, né, bicho? Um serviço, né, bicho? Pra bater de frente com o Game Pass, né, bicho?
PlayStation Now.
Ela tem que lançar um serviço, ela tá sendo obrigada a lançar um serviço.
Agora.
Quando?
Aí o abaixo assinado. Vai lançar agora nesse final desse mês.
Mas isso é oficial dela, pô?
É.
Ela tem que lançar, bicho, ela tem que lançar, porque o Game Pass aí, eu não vou mentir pra vocês não, gente. Eu particularmente, eu não concordo que só exista um serviço Game Pass. Eu não concordo com isso não. Eu não concordo não. Pra Microsoft não se acomodar, tá ligado? E se a PlayStation lançar a PlayStation Now em serviços, pra bater de frente com o Game Pass, aí as duas empresas vai, um tá querendo comer a outra e outro tá querendo mandar jogos melhor que a outra, tá ligado? Não, Roberto, a galera tava pedindo 9 mil conto no PlayStation 5. 9 mil reais no PlayStation 5, 9 mil conto. Foda, pô. Beleza, Roberto? Obrigado pela tua presença, amigo. Valeu mesmo aí, de coração, meu irmão. Obrigado mesmo aí. Quando ele dar um PlayStation, eu vou te adicionar como amigo lá, pô. Pode ver um moreno lindo, cabelos grisalhos. Aquele porra.
That is correct. I'm putting on a clinic. I like that
abraço pra tu, amigo.
I
Valeu.
do see you
Beijo
in
pra tu,
chat
amigo.
trying to defend your performance in Escape Academy. And don't worry, it's okay.
Cara,
We
essa
all
mulher é
believe that
linda,
you
bicho.
would have
Essa mulher
solved
não é
the
feia.
puzzle
Essa
if you'd
mulher é
been
linda,
given
bicho.
just 2 more minutes.
Tá, é bonita ela, bicho.
I kid you not. I've been dwelling on this for like 20 minutes. Like, it has not left my mind. I've been sitting here stewing in the background. Like, but if I had 2 more minutes and we're going live, are we? Because I'm going to play some more. So thank you for acknowledging that.
See, this is what happens when you let him play a game in the middle of the stream. I told him that it was risky. But what's not risky is the chunk of new trailers we've got for you guys. Let's take a look at what's coming to Xbox soon.
O clima mudou, né, bicho? Pelo jeito. Bora jogar um pouquinho de Fortnite, Valdemar?
Peraí, viu? Rapidinho.
Poxa, meu Deus do céu, mano. Cara, eu tenho vergonha, cara. Eu sendo um cara, uma abertura tão foda, o cara lança uma bosta dessa. Aí. Deixa só em desenho, pô. Ia ser melhor, pô. Cara, até agora só 3 jogos que prestam. Explore em modo cooperativo, modo solo. Pra utilizar um trem. Jogo de trem, cara. Jogo de trem, de guerra, de trem. Que merda é essa? Aí.
Hello! Today we will show you a bit of the new There Is No Light gameplay, along with a couple of unseen locations. Hope you'll enjoy what we prepared for you. Now, we are located at Frontier. Pilgrims from all Underworld gather there to take their path to Messiah, their savior. But Solar Core kill any heretic they can catch. We took a secret path through caves to reach the Pilgrim's camp. Along the hero's way, he will meet many people and creatures who need his support.
Yeah.
Help or not is your choice, which will affect the hero's karma. Karma will be needed in future, so be mindful of your
Porra,
choices.
assim é massa o jogo. Assim é massa, bicho. Aí. Viu a porra?
First
Porra, assim é
Pilgrim's
massa,
Camp.
bicho.
Here, you can gather some information about Messiah, Pilgrims, and the Lighthouse of Hope. Some people can give you subquests with great rewards, so don't miss them.
Até eu, Timbu.
Here they are. Cannibals. They may look funny and stupid, but bloodlust made them
Pô,
very
bicho, eu gosto de jogo assim, cara. Massa. Deu. Porra, eu acho que chegou hoje, Lodamar.
O quê?
É, meu jogo.
O qual?
Aquele teu jogo da Amazon a gente não resolveu ainda não, né?
Here, you can see Karmador, which can be used as a shortcut.
Eu tô dizendo o jogo, porra, do...
For using these doors, the hero pays with his karma.
Ah, o que comprou, né?
Isso.
Vai entender aqui, se tu quer descontar ou tu quer...
Beleza, vamos já ver isso aí.
Eu dei o dinheiro, tá ligado?
E aí, Arthur? Daqui a pouquinho, Arthur. Arthur, eu joguei ontem. Em uma partida eu matei 17, outra eu matei 14, outra eu matei 10, outra eu matei 15. Oxe, ontem foi um taco com a bombônica, muito foda. Bicho, eu gosto de jogo assim, bicho, eu gosto, cara.
Cannibals have strange architecture. They build their houses
Era
on
melhor
top
ainda se
of
fosse
each other,
2D
and
assim,
that
ó.
brings many conflicts among them.
Porra, véi. Eu gosto de jogo assim. Lembra muito o jogo de Super Nintendo de zumbi, eu esqueci o nome dele. Jogo caro da porra, vendido meio barato, tá ligado?
Let's battle through it.
Tá, bicho, massa, bicho, aí. Ah, porra, bicho. Ah, porra.
Pilgrims believe that to clean your soul,
I believe
you should look
it,
at the
I
Holy One
believe
and
it.
reject any evil within you. I think our hero has many secrets because his evil side is tough as
Deixa eu falar com o meu irmão aqui. Flavinho, boa tarde, meu irmão. Chegou alguma coisa aí pra mim, bicho, do correio? I believe, é um mestre. É massa, bicho, jogo assim, pô, é massa, pô. Aí, bicho. Porra. Caraca, moleque, massa, hein? I believe it.
There is no light is coming out this year.
Em breve.
Man, the Twitch chat comments for There Is No Light were hilarious. The cannibals living on top of each other.
Você é show, você.
I like that impression of the I got pumped. I got called out. They knew I would like Boy Train, and I do like Boy Train. It's trains meets Half-Life. If Half-Life was about existential dread in the void, it looks great.
I like that Brunamania in chat said if they thought it looked like Polar Express and Snowpiercer got into a fight.
Yeah, that's about what it comes down to right there. Yeah.
Battle
good
of the
news
Trains.
All of you
But you
love video
expressed
games.
some very intriguing sounds during the Whalefall trailer.
You know, I did because the fact that Whalefall started off with anime, right? A very Ni no Kuni style, and I thought it was going to transition into the gameplay. But there was this juxtaposition, right, of the anime style and then origami style artwork for the game. So that's why I kind of made the like I was making the there is no right sounds during the trailer.
Yeah, it looks like the cutscenes and some of the narrative dialogue scenes in the gameplay are going to be in that anime style, and then it looks like the gameplay itself, you know, is in the complementary art style. It's interesting. We don't see a lot of games doing that.
No,
I
but we do
believe
see a
it.
lot of games, and we're going to see even more, including this next game, which I
Vaguinho,
am
você
extremely
já
biased
viu
towards, right? We're going to meet the devs and stars behind a little game called Wrestle
É esse que eu tava
Quest.
falando, Arthur.
Now,
Porra,
Wrestle Quest
Arthur.
is the only
Caraca,
game
moleque,
that allows you
conhece
to
esse
powerbomb,
jogo, moleque.
suplex, and taunt your way through
Porra,
a
é esse
massive
jogo que eu tava
RPG
falando,
world
Arthur.
where wrestling, action
Porra.
figures, and toys collide. So before we, you know,
Ô,
meet the team, let's watch.
Ô,
I've always
Flávio,
wanted to say
chegou
this.
dois
Let's
ou foi
watch
um
the
só?
World premiere trailer.
Caramba, Arthur, parabéns, viu, Arthur? Porra, era esse jogo. Zumbi. Mike, sei lá. É isso aí, zumbi aí que eu tava falando. Porra, parabéns, Arthur. Porra, uma criança tá conhecendo esses jogos aí, parabéns, viu, bicho? Parabéns. Ele lembra muito desse jogo que eu tô dizendo, Arthur. I believe it.
Traveling the world to take on the very best. He's here and ready to make his mark on history, facing legendary challenges. The biggest name in town, the man who draws a crowd wherever he goes, the rising star that everyone wants to know. An unstoppable, insurmountable, high-flying behemoth in the ring.
Viu, pô? Especial.
He's bringing out moves we've never seen before.
Pegou. Ah!
Wow! Can you believe it? One,
Beleza, valeu. Leva ele pra tua casa, eu vou ver se de noite eu vou lá buscar e aproveita e leva o óculos de manhã. Porra, bicho, massa, isso dá até especial em breve. Xbox One.
Okay.
Um jogo aqui de combate, aqui de luta. Eu vou baixar ele pra jogar no meu Xbox.
Oh man, this is my favorite time of the day.
Eu tenho que aprender isso, Arthur. A baixar jogos de Super Nintendo e tudo.
James is with us.
No
We got the
Xbox,
last
tá todo mundo jogando, só
Double
eu que
J,
fiz.
Jeff Jarrett is here, and of course, my man, Mr.
I
510 himself, Booker
believe
T.
it, I
Thank you all for
believe it.
joining me for this.
Thanks, Adrian. Hyped to be here.
Thank you. What's up?
Yeah, glad to have you all here. I heard the Adrian was up in the background, good looking out. Of course, first things first. Big shout outs to Queen Charmel. Well deserved. Hall of Fame. Yeah, you know what it is.
Yes, indeed. My queen taking her rightful place next to her king. So yes, beautiful team.
Yes, sir. Happy to have you all here today. James, want to start off with you. Hey,
É massa, Arthur, é
maybe
massa.
you haven't held any championships that I know of, but
Parabéns,
with this
viu,
game
Arthur?
right here, I think you've got a championship on the way.
Parabéns,
Tell me
viu?
what we're looking at right now. What is this?
Pela qualidade do jogo que
wanna
você
add
joga,
that
viu? Parabéns, viu?
Definitely starting out WrestleQuest here from a fan perspective. Like, this is a multi-year, 3-year project where our team is just so excited about. Although I've never wrestled, I powerbomb my children to sleep, and I often wrestle my team members at the office. So it's we have insurance for it. It's all good, and it's major creative inspiration for us. But so WrestleQuest is the world's first wrestling RPG. It's very much inspired by nostalgia from the ground up. It's the art style, it's the IP, the storytelling. If I describe WrestleQuest really broadly, it's Toy Story, Lord of the Rings storytelling
Tá até especial e
through the
tudo.
lens of a wrestling universe. So everything here is wrestling. There's no kayfabe. Wrestling's always on, and wrestling is life. So it's very much packed in every nook and
É massa,
cranny with
Tibu.
just
Esse aí de zumbi que aí tá a
very
questão.
real love for wrestling that we've transformed with just a number of amazing
E um
legends.
joguinho também
we've
de
had a chance
luta
to work
livre,
with,
de
like
Super Nintendo e Mega Drive.
Yeah, we got some live gameplay
Muito
right
bom,
here.
ganhei
And
muito
Book, I'll
dinheiro na
start
época da
with you.
locadora,
I
ganhei
know
muito
we
dinheiro.
spoke earlier, and you mentioned that you were a gamer. We were talking about how in video games it's always the pageantry and the entrances and can you brain buster off the top rope. But finally we have a game that talks about the story element of wrestling. Can you tell me what that means to you?
Esses jogos assim é bom, pô.
Yeah, that's the part of wrestling that's near and dear to my heart. I always talk about the Shakespeare and the Romeo and Juliet, the Phantom of the Opera, the Encore, the Bravo. Being able to go out and tell a great story through professional wrestling has always been the pinnacle of the professional wrestler trying to get to that point through a game like this. The fans actually have a chance to actually feel what it's like to be inside.
Pegou a nega casada.
That's big shout outs to that. And Double J, of course, you know all about wrestling and storytelling and what it's like to reinvent. So can you talk to me about the process that you were looking forward to as well in this game?
You know, coming from a wrestling family, I'm a third-generation wrestling promoter. I've wrestled for over 35 years, and it's a very core of it that we're all about an emotional connection through storytelling. And if you want to go back to the 80s with Macho Man or Andre or the 90s, all through the generations, it's all about a connection, connecting emotionally. You can have the greatest moveset in the world, which is very, very important. But at the end of the day, you've got to have the characters, you got to have the persona, and you have to tell the story. And James and his team at Mega Cat have blown me away since day one, because that's what they've sort of dialed into is the art of the storytelling, and WrestleQuest is certainly going to do that.
I'm happy you brought that up too. And James, to kick it off to you, I want to say first off, thank you for including one of my favorite storytellers, my favorite wrestlers of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts. I remember when I was a kid, his beef with Macho Man and the whole earthquake sitting on Damien storylines. When I saw those as a kid, I legit thought they hated each other. I thought Earthquake killed Damien. I thought Jake was blind in one eye for WrestleMania 7. Like, I was involved in all that. So for you to include this kind of stuff in the game, that's big props.
Yeah, you know, man, it's been so much fun to work on. And,
WWF, isso era. É WWF mesmo, Valdemar. É isso mesmo.
Layer of like our dreams of what we wanted to bring to the games industry. Like most of us were inspired by this era of gaming.
Joguei muito Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, ganhei muito dinheiro.
I'm in Pittsburgh, to our offices, we're a major sports town.
Caralho, bicho, olha o coração do cara, bicho. Olha o coração do cara.
More about wrestling than the Steelers here, it's the truth at the office.
Olha o coração do cara, bicho.
It's something that we've just poured our hearts into, and I think you can see it as you start to work through the storytelling in the game. So it starts off with a young Randy Santos, who later becomes Muchacho Man. His entire life is inspired by 80s wrestling, so he's sitting in the living room like many of us, like 3 to 5 feet away, because it's an old TRT, and he just glued in. That eventually what inspires him to follow in the footsteps of these heroes through indie promotions and trying and pushing and all the character development, getting found, putting your reps in, tapping into the kind of tribalism and mentorship of like senior wrestlers pulling under their wing and working through the character development through trials and tribulations of making a name in a world that's full of other people competing at the highest level. So it definitely has a lot of playfulness on the aesthetics for nostalgia, but the storytelling we think is just packed full with something fairly representative of what we think fantasy and the intersection of autobiographical wrestling storytelling is about.
Deu uma porra da especial, deu.
You're looking out for that, Ed.
Okay, pô, parece que é massa o joguinho, pô.
You can probably tell that Muchacho Man is like heavily inspired by Macho Man, who's one of the flagships, all-time greatest, right? So he's kind of
Vai lá pro Valdemar,
what inspires Muchacho to follow.
Que ele lembra o Big Show.
You'll just see a number of
pra ver o que ele fala,
wrestlers and
lembra,
legendary wrestlers that take part in this universe as heroes that entire city are dedicated to. So the way that we're actually working with the most legendary wrestlers, it's each one is a Statue of Liberty style of monument.
I believe
wrestling towns are founded upon their legacy. Same thing for Booker and Shermel. Jeff, of course, has an amazing town. Tells you all about the history of guitarist wrestling and then third generation promoter lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's very much like a immersive storytelling experience where when you're working through these angles, and I think this is really going to be fun for wrestling fans. Upon completing objectives and quests dedicated to these critical paths in these legendary cities, you have an opportunity to either unlock managers, unlock exclusive story cinematics, or unlock pieces of gear and equipment that can inform how your characters are built out and how that progression takes place.
Jogar e tu vai equipando o nível dos bonecos.
I think that's usually the first question wrestling fans ask when we have shown the game privately.
No, I respect that, and it makes a lot of sense. And you mentioned to Double J, so I'll go to you first. Do you have a favorite wrestling town that you speak to in this game or just in general?
Paguinho, você conhece? Evento de Batman?
Here's the thing,
Porra!
I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm watching the chat come in. Adrian, this is all kind of new to me, this whole it's really cool. But the thing that has attracted me to the entire WrestleQuest, no matter what town it may be, is, and Booker probably can relate to this, whether it's an action figure or a video game or whatever it may be.
Pra mim, o melhor Batman e Robin é Batman o Retorno do Super Nintendo. Ali é muito top. Ali é na pegada de briga de rua, muito foda que ele é.
Point after point after point of just how immersive the experience is, and so that is at the very top.
Eu joguei também o Batman Robin do Mega Drive do Super Nintendo. Ele é pouco mais realista, né?
Booker both have podcasts, and you'll see a little buzz in
já esse Batman, o retorno do Super Nintendo,
whether it's a podcast or
ele é briga de rua.
Wrestling match,
muito bom, muito bom.
You have to connect emotionally, and it has to be authentic, or it doesn't resonate, and that's what WrestleQuest does. It really resonates with the audience.
And Book, you know, on that note, it's got to feel good, too, to know that long after everyone stops wrestling, you know, there's always the legacy that carries on in game. The ability to go back and recreate moments, to create your own storyline. So it's got to be impactful for you to see that, right?
Of course. I mean, you guys couldn't have hit the nail on the head better with someone like Savage. You know, Savage, Steamboat, WrestleMania 3. Not just WrestleMania 3 in that match, but the leading up to that match. You know, when Steamboat got the larynx crushed. Yeah. You know, to be able to create your own stories and relive that story. I think for me, that's what I get out of this more than anything.
Vaguinho, fala 5 vezes
the storytelling,
Batman,
which I think is the base of professional wrestling.
Batman pra mim, ferrar, vai.
I 100% agree with that. Like I was saying, as a fan growing up, and James, I'm happy you're taking the story element into a game like this. Look, I love grappling. I love creating my own interest in my own character. I fell in love with everything. I remember again WrestleMania 7, seeing Macho Man do the elbow drop like 5 times. Warrior gets up, speaks to the heavens, wins. I'm thinking, oh my God, my heart's broken. And then he reunites with Sherry. Like, to me, I saw people in the audience crying. My mom was crying. I didn't even understand love.
Look at you, man.
I love wrestling, man. I didn't even understand love, and I was crying. I'm like, I'm emotional. I don't know why. So, James, how do you put that into a game like this? How do you capture all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, first I just want to jump in and say that 30% of our time working on WrestleQuest is the other 30% is just marking out, because it's like I can't, as I'm sitting on our group introduction to WrestleQuest, and we're so excited to premiere it, getting excited whenever I hear Booker and Jeff talking about the game we made. Like, it's truly a dream come true for the studio, and it just packs full of every little piece of what we love about wrestling.
Oi, Edgar, boa tarde, meu querido. Desculpa que eu não te respondi, tô vendo agora. Eu vou passar meu CEP. Glória a Deus!
There's a number of ancillary pickup characters that all have their own unique hooks and character agency that if you would want to replay WrestleQuest over and over again, you could still find unique ways to
Aí você coloca o frete junto com o preço do videogame, por favor, Edgar?
That help demonstrate all these different pieces that we've picked up working with some of these legendary folks the last 3 years. You know, so I think the ground up, man, it's the podcasters, it's the stories that they tell, it's reimagining them through this toy nostalgic lens. It's really just everything from the items and equipment and gear to the critical path storytelling that is key to the main gameplay.
Galera massa, eu comprei Capitão América, cara. Eu não sei nem se o cara tá me vendo, eu acho que ele tá me vendo. Eu comprei Capitão América original do Super Nintendo por
R$91. Oh man, find me on Twitter at Booker T5X. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Booker T5X. Now can you dig that? Sucker!
Negócio da porra.
How do I follow that?
Negócio da porra.
Mine's simple. At Real Jeff Jarrett. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. At Real Jeff Jarrett. My world drops every Tuesday at 6 a.m.
Eu tava escutando aí.
If you want to get into the ring, and you want to get close with WrestleQuest.
Capitão América, Timbu. Capitão América original do Super Nintendo.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. This has been a dream come true to me. Thank you, James, for the wrestling experience.
Sai por
R$91.
Thank
you for everything that you do, and Double J, you can use the guitar on my head whenever you want to, bro. So thank all for being here.
Colocar o set, né, pra eu. Toma.
Good look at that. Thanks, guys, man. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
This was an amazing experience, everyone. As you can tell, I'm geeked right now. I love professional wrestling, but I've got to shut up because this is not my show and it's not all about wrestling. It's about ID Xbox Showcase, which is by Andrew Renee, who's going to connect the lead game designer behind the upcoming title, Floppy Night. So before the devs join, though, we have a trailer. So let's take a look at that.
Beleza, beleza, Arthur, eu faço qualquer dia desse. Eu faço, filho. Eu tenho que fazer live desse aqui também, Arthur. I believe in. Esse aqui, ó. I believe in. Bora jogar Fortnite?
Bora.
Bora?
Bora.
Galera massa. Galera massa. Eu vou botar Fortnite, galera massa. Tá tomando um cafezinho, é safada? Cachorra. Um cafezinho, é cachorra. Um cafezinho enfiando na boquinha, é safada. Um cafezinho, é. Cara, eu só gostei de 4 jogos. Em breve. Eu gostei só de 4 jogos.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to the show.
Bicha, essa mulher é muito bonita, né,
It's so
bicho?
good to have you from
Ela não é
Rose
feia,
City
não,
Games
bicha, é
taking
bonita,
a
ela é
look at
gostosinha, ela
Floppy
é.
Nights. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having
O
me.
riso dela, a boca dela, os
So,
olhos
as the
dela,
lead designer for this
a venta
game,
dela.
it feels like there's a lot of pressure on you to get everything perfect. Are you sweating right now? Are you feeling confident about where you guys are at?
Caraca, bicho, o fone do cara, o fone do cara parece que é
But it's
Razer,
good.
cara.
We've
Meu.
been working on this game for a pretty long time. We started development on it in January 2019.
Parece que é o do Razer.
It's been a passion project ever since for us. So we're excited. We're excited for its upcoming release.
When we were doing our rehearsals yesterday, I had mentioned that, you know, you guys last showed this IRL at PAX 2020, which kind of feels like a lifetime ago, but with PAX looming, it's kind of exciting to think that, you know, indie devs are going to once again get to connect with people. Has the feedback on your guys' previous games, like, you know, Garden Story and, of course, Into the World Next Door, really impacted the way that you guys have designed Floppy Nights?
Yes. So a lot of the way that we like to design games is to make them a little bit more accessible, right? We want this to maybe be your first introduction to these genres, especially because we like to mash up genres. So Floppy Nights is a mashup of like a tactics game and a deck building
massa, eu vou pro Fortnite.
And, you know, a lot of folks, when they think about tactics...
Vou pro Fortnite. Vou pro Fortnite. I believe in. Cuidado, hein, Vaguinho. Se não, vai apanhar. Fala não, pô. Com certeza, Timbu. Deixa eu encontrar um amigo meu aqui que ele tá doido pra jogar, bicho. Com a gente.
For jogar, aí você manda a solicitação que eu adiciono você, beleza?
Pera aí, serviço, Valdemar, só um minuto.
Beleza.
E aí, Mega, tudo bom, meu irmão? Como estás, hombre? ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás sentando direto? Direto, sei lá. Cara, pra achar um cara aqui é muito bizarro, cara. Pra achar um cara aqui é muito bizarro. Vou ver aqui. I believe in. Bora, Valdemar.
Bora.
Tá em trio, Valdemar. Deixa eu mudar aqui.
Cancela aí.
Como é que muda essa porra, hein? Dupla. Achei. Ah! Pronto, vamos lá. Deixa eu ver. Na live. Deixa eu ver. Na live do Marginal.
Tem uma Jade aqui, tá ligado? Jade.
Change! Entrar na live? Tava na live do Marginal. Ah, tá. Vim pra cá. Beleza. Beleza, Mega. Valeu, meu irmão. Tu viu que eu deixei o feedback lá, né? No teu vídeo lá, né, bicho? Tu viu que eu deixei lá o feedback lá, né, bicho? Sabe que a nossa torcida é tua, né, bicho? Sabe disso, né, cara? Sabe disso. I believe in... Poxa, cara... Faz não. É massa, viu, Mega? Esse jogo, Mega. É massa, pô. Ontem eu matei 17, gente, no Fortnite. 17. Pra cá. Pulei, meu irmão. Vamos ficar juntos, isso, Valdemax? Se a gente ficar junto, a gente nunca ganha. Vamos permanecer juntos. Tirei um canal e coloquei o seu como... Pô, obrigado, Mega. Valeu, meu filho. Pô, obrigado, meu filho. Obrigado mesmo, foi no coração. Timbu. Obrigado, Mega, pela força. Sabe que tu é meu irmão, pô. Sabe disso. Obrigado mesmo, nego. Valeu mesmo. Obrigado mesmo, Mega. A gente já passou por cada uma da porra. Mas graças a Deus, nossas amizades continuam aí firme e forte, cara. Obrigado mesmo. Obrigado por tudo. Obrigado dos conselhos que você sempre me deu. Obrigado mesmo, foi no coração, bicho. Já era. Calma, calma, que eu tô aqui. Calma que eu tô aqui, calma, calma. Calma que eu tô aqui, calma. Calma. Calma que eu tô aqui, calma. Tem alguém atirando em mim, cara. Achei. E eu vou atrás dele, cara, que eu sou chato. Cara, eu já tô matando o cara com essa porra aqui, não sei nem quem eu tô matando. Ah, cara, eu sou foda, bicho. Cara, cara, tem um cara aqui, calma, calma. Calma, só basta ver, achei. E era o Wolverine, cara. Cara, eu matei 5. Porra. 5. Allah. Calma que eu estou aqui. Obrigado, Mega, pela força, Mega. Como que chama aquele cara do Xbox que tinha ido pra Chachareira? Ele tava na Ucrânia, sei lá. Vaguinho, atualizei o Fortnite, mas eu não vou jogar. Mas se quiser entrar, tá aberto aí, meu filho, tem vaga. Mega Drive. Pode olhar lá, Vaguinho. Obrigado. Não, Mega, você dizendo, meu irmão. Você não vai mentir pra mim, não. Obrigado pela força, amigo. Calma.
Porra, é isso aí.
Esse é doido. Esse é doido. Já vi gente doido. Mas esse é doido. Mega, cadê o seu amigo? Sei não, Mega. Eu bloqueei ele, Mega. Eu bloqueei ele. Não quero conversa com ele mais, não. Bloqueei mesmo ele. Né? Engine. Eu bloqueei ele, Mega. Ele fez um negócio comigo que Eu não quero nem a amizade dele mais. Meu grande amigo Marginal do Xbox, tudo bom, meu irmão? Obrigado, meu querido. Quem tá com a gente aqui é Mega, pô. Valeu, Marginal. Um abraço pra tu, nego. Isso. Sou teu fã, Marginal. Eu só sinto falta quando tem dia que tu vai começar a tua live, eu acho que tu fica acrenhado. Eu gosto quando tu dá aquela pancada na mesa, tá ligado? Galera massa, Marginal da Xbox. Esta porra. Eu gosto que tu faz isso, mano. Abraço pra tu, nego, isso. Vocês estavam bem antes. Fiquei surpreso com essa. Oxi. Tá brincando, Mega? Mega, eu não gosto de gente falsa não, Mega. O cara é muito falso do meu lado. Eu bloqueei ele na hora que nem conversa, Tudo bem, 100%. Tamo junto, um abração.